We're almost at Thanksgiving, this grand shopping season that's upon us.
I'm going home for Thanksgiving in a couple of days. I cannot wait.
That's going to be fun.
I know. Right after Thanksgiving is Black Friday.
Right.
Following Black Friday, you have, what is it? Is it Small Business Saturday first?
We got Small Business Saturday.
And then coming up after that, you got your Cyber Monday.
And we can't forget about Giving Tuesday. You have to support the local charities as well. The title for this particular segment, Shopping and Shipping, subheadline, Treat Yourself and Treat Someone Else. National Retail Federation, one of the things that they mentioned, which I think is critical for this segment, especially, Black Friday is the day most millennial weekend shoppers plan to shop, with 86% of 18 to 24-year-olds and 78% of 25 to 34-year-olds.
Wow,
so here on the Millennial Report, where we're always talking about our generation, where we're putting our money, a lot of those expenditures, very important to note where the National Retail Federation is seeing, as a result of these surveys that they're pumping out, exactly where shopper confidence is on the millennial level. So I think we'll see a lot of shopping from ourselves over the next this next weekend. Some astounding numbers when we think about the amount of shopping that takes place over this weekend and even throughout the rest of the year as well. Everybody knows about Black Friday.
Yeah.
And how a lot of stores have been making efforts to actually open up on Thanksgiving, which I personally, nothing makes my soul cringe more than the thought of a store wanting to commercialize a holiday that's supposed to be about family.
I know.
So Black Friday, I'll give that to them in the past because, you know, you grew up with that. Millennials were used to that.
Yeah, we're used to it.
That doesn't make for a very family-friendly environment and relationship between a lot of these retailers and the employees that work with them.
Yeah, and it takes away from a holiday that you're supposed to be spending with people. So yeah, and a lot of companies, however, are taking a stand and saying, you know what, we're not going to open anymore. They've heard kind of the feedback that you were just describing.
Exactly.
A couple of ones this year that you mentioned that are going to be putting a stop on that. We got Staples, Lowe's, Home Depot, and Nordstrom. Great job, you guys.
Yeah.
Really appreciate that. You know, so they'll be holding off until the actual Black Friday. Now, I have never participated in Black Friday myself in person.
It's scary. If you don't like sitting in traffic, you don't like Black Friday.
I just want to sit at home.
Yeah, just in your Snuggie.
Yeah.
Just chilling. Every now and again, you know, my mother and I will venture out into the outside world and just see what's going on.
Sure.
And there's some crazy deals, but even if you get out there and it's like 9 a.m., you've missed everything already.
Sure.
So this opens up an opportunity for a lot of the online shoppers who are looking at, oh, you know what, I don't want to gas up that car. I don't want to go out, deal with all these crazy folk who are going to be, you know, trampling over other people. I'd rather just do that shopping from home. Yeah. And so a lot of e-commerce sites are adapting to that. You know, we've got Amazon, we've got eBay, who are all putting out their deals early on. And if it's Amazon's case, you can already access a lot of those Black Friday deals if you're a Prime member.
I just saw one today. They're doing a huge sale on Puma.
Yeah.
So like all my friends that are, you know, into the activewear, I'm going to take care of them.
Yeah. You know what? While we're talking about the early releasing of deals, you know, there was a headline that I saw that says Amazon should be afraid of Walmart's Black Friday deals or something like that, or their month of sales or something. I mean, to me, it's crazy. It's like these are two retailers that are internationally known. Like, you know, rappers drop diss tracks, and that makes them afraid of each other. So I guess retailers drop online sales.
That brings us into, we were just talking about Small Business Saturday.
Right.
And so one thing you were saying is, you know, I don't know that Walmart has this yet, but Amazon, Etsy, these retailers, they have, you know, open the door to online sales for small businesses. Right. Now, I'm curious about this year whether or not that's going to be promoted, like, you know, on these online, I guess you would call it, you know, aggregations of these, you know, small businesses. So that's something I'm looking forward to seeing, especially because I have a lot of friends who really value those kind of, you know, artisan-made, you know, type decor and things like that, you know, that's what they'll be wanting.
I think one of the amazing things that we saw when we were just walking to lunch the other day was we were walking through Bryant Park, and basically anybody who's been through that whole winter wonderland of festivities that goes on over there, where you got the ice skating rink and all of the little small business retailers, you know, there was a tie shop in there that we walked in that had cool socks and cool ties.
We were there for like 20 minutes.
They had some really cool socks and cool ties.
I'm just saying. We were there for a while.
The last question that I asked that lady, remember?
Yeah, you've asked,
Do you have an Etsy store? I was eventually able to check out their online store later on. So, you know, that's just one more way that small businesses are actually benefiting a lot from the e-commerce platforms that were already leading the charge in terms of Black Friday, Cyber Monday. When you think about it, Cyber Monday is not only restricted to Cyber Monday now because they're releasing all of these deals online ahead of time. So
I love Cyber Monday. That's the one that I really participate in.
Oh, yeah.
And the big thing about that, though, is shipping. Next day delivery, same day delivery.
Right.
Also, you know, a lot of the, you and I this morning, we passed a Amazon Prime truck, delivery truck, you know, and they have their whole fleet this year. UPS, the numbers are astounding. This year, they're expecting to do, I think it was like 700 million, up 15% from the last year. The fleet and the size they have, and a lot of this is also, you know, when you should buy things by. You know, one of them is like December 17th.
Right.
Is one of the last days for like standard shipping. You could expect to get something by Christmas morning.
Yeah.
You know, and they, honestly, it's a kind of a no-brainer in terms of advice to give. Shop early.
My sister and I do prank gifts all the time.
I love these.
So one year I gave her her own pillow for Christmas. I also gave her a ham sandwich one year. The year after I gave her the ham sandwich, we were in a slight recession as well, so I just gave her a piece of cheese and told her we were in a recession. I'm sorry that her ham sandwich has taken a hit as a result. But back to shipping. But Amazon, when you think about the number of retailers that are third-party retailers on their site, so it's not even products that Amazon themselves are selling, they still have to figure out how they're going to ship their merchandise to a lot of the purchasers and the consumers.
Shipping itself is a huge incentive.
Yeah.
You know, deals on shipping. Isn't there like a same-day deal?
Has to be above $35. You can't go on Amazon and order a toothbrush and expect it to apply for the same-day shipping.
Yeah, you go to Walgreens for that.
You can go to Walgreens.
And there's also a lot of pickup locations as well where you can actually go and pick up the item that you've just ordered online.
It's really interesting, especially with FedEx hovering around an all-time high as well. After this consumer shopping season, we'll definitely want to track closely.
Most importantly, Giving Tuesday.
Giving Tuesday, yeah, let's touch on that real quick.
I know. So last year here at Nasdaq, we had a pretty admirable participation. I hope it doesn't feel like an afterthought, you know, right after Cyber Monday and all that stuff. I think that, you know, and perhaps maybe its position after Cyber Monday is a good opportunity for people to reflect on what they may have just spent on themselves or the people that are, you know, close to them and immediate to them. Right. But I also, I hope that, you know, people kind of go on GoFundMe and scroll through and see what, you know, what there is to contribute to. And there's so many nonprofits right now that, you know, for social issues. Of course, those in immediate need. We had a lot of hurricanes this year in the South, and people are still repairing their homes. I think there's a lot of opportunities for people to give back.
Absolutely. And I think, you know, one of the very interesting things is a lot of those nonprofit organizations, they're positioning their events, their major, you know, dinners, fundraising events ahead of a lot of the consumer spending because of that very reason that they know it's been an afterthought for so many years. You don't want people to get all the way through this consumer shopping season and then say, oh,
my budget's pretty tight now.
My budget's pretty tight now.
Yeah.
Like, so why not position it before it, which is what I've seen a lot of them start to do.
Awesome.
I mean, that's just one way that people are getting involved with giving ahead of Giving Tuesday. So.
All right, well, rev your engines up for the shopping, but also make sure there's a little bit of gas left in the tank for Giving Tuesday.
We're interested to know what you think. Chime in the comments section. Where are you going to be shopping? Are you an Amazoner? Are you an Etsyr? Are you a eBayer? You know, let us know. We'd like to know where you're getting involved. And have a happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys.
Talk to you soon.